Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Watch TV on Beer. I'm your host Bobby Campbell and you guys are going to be joining me on my journey through the world of craft beer. And on tonight's episode, we're going to be doing Lagunitas Nighttime Ale. Say Lagunitas. There are two kinds of people in this world. There are nighttime people and there are daytime people. And I personally am a nighttime people. So it seemed only fitting that I brought nighttime ale to you guys at somewhere around midnight here in California. So let's see how it smells. Oh, okay. That is interesting. Wow. I don't normally smell something like that. That's really, really strange. There's ripe pineapple in there. There is onion. There's also a little bit of toffee, maybe a little bit of espresso in there as well. Really big aroma of tropical fruits as well. Not only that pineapple, but just a little bit of mango in there as well. Now you guys are going to hear me pick out something that's kind of a little strange. Most people haven't had this, but I'm a little bit of an adventure seeker myself. So I tried a durian fruit. It's very, very strange. To me, it tasted like a garlic pineapple, and the aroma that I get from this is very, very similar to a durian fruit. Most people bring it akin to a rotting animal or something like that, which is very strange because I didn't smell rotting flesh in that, and I work in a meat department in a grocery store, so for me, I know exactly what rotting flesh smells like. But it was more like a garlic pineapple, but it has this strange texture to it, like a spreadable cheese, a Havarti or something like that. It's very, very odd, but I do get the aroma of durian fruit out of this, so that was something cool. I'm sure nobody else has been able to pick out durian in this, so I do feel a little bit special right now. Let's see how it tastes. Wow. A lot of the flavors from the aroma come through in the flavor on that. Wow. The onion is actually a little stronger than the aroma. Definitely that big ripe pineapple in there. A lot of tropical fruits, that hint of mango. But then there's espresso and the toffee in there. And they add a very, very nice bitterness to that. It's a really, really interesting take on an ale. I expect nothing less from Lagunitas every time I try it. Their beers are always very full-bodied, and they always have a lot of character to them, and that's really interesting. The mixture of flavors is totally crazy. I wouldn't think that you could put all of these things in a beer and still have it taste as amazing as this does. Wow. I love it though, because that pineapple is right up front. That onion is the next thing that you're going to get. And then slowly, very, very slowly, that toffee and espresso flavor starts to come through on mid palate. In the back of the tongue, you get that really nice toffee espresso bitterness as well. Wow. This is a great beer. This is now in my top 5, at least, with Lagunitas, and I've tried many beers from them, and this is just fantastic. This is a limited release, guys, so this is a seasonal thing. I've been able to find it, even though I think at the point when I'm doing this video it is slightly out of season, maybe by like a week or two. But I've still been able to find it just about everywhere. Bevmo, Total Wine, a lot of liquor stores actually have this, surprisingly. With a very small beer selection, they still have this beer, which is pretty impressive. So do yourselves a favor, go out and pick up this beer. This is fantastic. Let's do the overall on this. I'm going to give this a 9.8. I'm giving this a 9.8 only because the overall complexity of this beer is ridiculous. I cannot believe how many different flavors they crammed into this beer and still made it taste good. Most of the time when you're going with a beer that you want to stay fruity or hoppy, you're going to stick with a lot of the same characteristics for this. But they took so many different flavors and mixed them together. Pineapple and espresso and toffee, I would never think would go together, but they do fit amazingly in this beer, on top of the onion and all that. Excuse me. But yeah, this is a great beer. A little bit of that ale yeast characteristic in there as well, which didn't come through until the very end of this. But guys, you got to go out and pick up this beer. I'm giving this a 9.8. This is a fantastic addition to Lagunitas' already amazing lineup. So that's going to do it for this episode of Watch TV on Beer. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and cheers. Never be afraid to try something new. Take care. And fuck that dog.